Celebrity Deathmatch.
Let's get right to the audio tape here. I mean, no wasting time here. Steve Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary Maxine Waters, Celebrity Deathmatch. It's really a fight to the finish, and this is just the beginning.
You had indicated that you would like to have a press conference in this room following.
No, I'm going to cancel that. I don't have time for that, so I'm not.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, if you would. What I thought I originally heard was 5:30 rather than 5:15. So is it possible you could give us another 15 minutes to get to these members?
I have a foreign leader waiting in my office at 5:30. Okay, I've agreed to stay longer. It will be embarrassing if I keep this person waiting for a long period of time. I wasn't going to have a press conference. I was going to have a short press gaggle. I'm not going to do that. And I've assured you, I'm happy to come back here and answer more of your questions. I respect the committee, and we want to have a good working relationship with you. So I hope you'll understand I'm already going to be late to my 5:30 meeting.
I do understand.
Not entirely. No. Congresswoman Maxine Waters and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin disagreeing on when their meeting should end. And then, of course, because that was such a productive conversation, they talk about, well, let's talk about the frequency of these wonderful, productive meetings we have. Any agreement there?
I think I indicated early on that we would request or require that you come back at least 2 more times in the month of May.
Oh.
Is that something you're agreeing to?
No, Madam Chair, I find this to be, I have here every single time Jack Lew and other people came here. There's never been anybody that's been here more than 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Right.
I've sat here for over 3 hours and 15 minutes. I've told you I'll come back. I just don't believe we're sitting here negotiating when I come back. We'll follow up with your office. How long would you like me to come back for next time? I've told you I'll accommodate you.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate your reminding us of the length of time other secretaries have been here. This is a new way, and it's a new day, and it's a new chair, and I have the gavel at this point. If you wish to leave, you may.
All right. Congresswoman Maxine Waters, Steve Mnuchin going at it. He wants to get out of that meeting.
He's ready to go.
She doesn't think it's really time to leave that meeting. Mnuchin now pops a gasket.
So
if you wish to leave, you may.
Okay, so we're dismissed. Is that correct?
If you wish to leave, you may leave.
I don't understand what you're saying.
You're wasting your time. Don't remember you have a foreign dignitary in your office.
I would just say that the previous when the Republicans, they did not treat the Secretary of the Treasury this way. So if this is the way you want to treat me, then I'll rethink whether I voluntarily come back here to testify, which I've offered to do.
Mr. Secretary, I want you to know that no other secretary has ever told us the day before
to shove it
that they were going to limit their time in the way that you're doing. So if you want to use them as examples, you have acted differently than they have acted, and as I have said, if you wish to leave, you may.
All right, this is Steve Mnuchin.
I love how she has like a viper tongue, but she talks like this, like she's just a southern baby.
Right,
Bird of fly.
If you want to get up and take those legs as fast as they'll take you out the door.
I will break your kneecaps and stab you in the back on your way out.
It's Maxine Waters, her second encounter, the confrontation with Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
And this is not the end. Mnuchin, at this point, I guess, tries to concede a little bit. Mnuchin weakening up in the front. Offering to cancel that appointment at the office.
If you'd wish to keep me here so that I don't have my important meeting and continue to grill me, then we can do that. I will cancel my meeting and I will not be back here. I will be very clear if that's the way you'd like to have this relationship.
Thank you. The gentleman, the secretary, has agreed to stay to hear all of the rest of the members. Please cancel your meeting and respect our time. Who is next on the list?
My foreign meeting. You're instructing me to stay here, and I should cancel.
No, you just made me an offer.
No, I didn't make you an offer.
You made me an offer that I accepted.
I did not make you an offer. Just let's be clear. You're instructing me. You are ordering me to stay here.
No, I'm not ordering you. I'm responding. Okay. I said you may leave anytime you want. And you said, okay, if that's what you want to do, I'll cancel my appointment and I'll stay here. So I'm responding to your request. If that's what you want to do.
That's not what I want to do. I told you.
What would you like to do?
What I've told you is I thought it was respectful that you'd let me leave at 5:15.
You are free to leave anytime you want. You may go
well then,
anytime you want.
Please dismiss everybody. I believe you're supposed to take the gravel and bang it.
gravel.
That's the
Please do not instruct me as to how I'm to conduct this committee.
Oh, Maxine. Going with a full offense at that point, Mnuchin seemed to give up. We go live to the locker room. Steve Mnuchin with his post-fight analysis.
Really an unnecessary ending. I offered that I'd be more than happy to come back to the committee and answer all their questions, so I look forward to seeing them in May. I think it's important that all the Congress people have the appropriate time that they have their questions answered. And I knew we weren't going to be able to do it all in one session, so it was really just a silly ending.
Silly ending. Do you feel that you were treated without respect at that hearing?
I'm not going to go there on that. I think it was an unnecessary ending. I was prepared to come back and spend as much time as they wanted. And I had been there for over 3 hours and 15 minutes, which was longer than any secretary had been in a very long period of time. And I would also just comment, I was really there to talk about the NAC. I don't think I got one question on the NAC report. I would just comment.
Mnuchin mounting a defense, but I think Hornets a little bit too late for that. We go to the scorecards. Maxine Waters. Oh, my!
Celebrity Deathmatch.